All right, welcome everyone. Finally, it's here. The RLZ exclusive. So this first live stream, this is going to be the very first live stream of the program, and I'm doing this publicly on YouTube. It's going to show you guys what it's all about and tell you a little bit about the about this new product that we project that we got going on here at RLZ Trading. Let me first switch to this one right here before we get into the actual breakdown of what this is actually all about. I want to show you this trade that we just entered on NCD CAD. Of course, it got posted in the community right when I entered. And you know what, this is not only for the RLZ exclusive members. You'll gain access to some of these trades if you're a free member as well. So you can see here in the Discord community, we have the trading room here, which is all of this is you get for free. If you join the community, you're probably already in the community, but if you're not, then check out the link in the description below. It's completely free. You can see we did post that NCD CAD trade right here. And let's take a look at that one. Just a quick break it down why I took this trade and how I managed it. So the whole idea for this trade was based on this let me see if I can get the YouTube chat up here as well, so I can actually see all the comments here. Why is it not working? Let me see. Move this over to another screen so I can actually see all your comments and everyone. All right, there we go. Welcome everyone. Welcome. We got tricks, tips, tricks and backflips. I love that name. That's an awesome name. Yeah, okay, so the reasoning for entering this trade, and let me just tell you a little bit of what we're gonna do in this live stream today. So I'm gonna break down this trade and then I'll show you what we have in the RLZ exclusive membership. So this is, I'm going to show you a quick walkthrough of what you get in the Discord and how you should use all the channels in the Discord, and just give you a quick guide for you guys who are in the RLZ exclusive right now. And as you guys seen, we did have a early bird discount going on where we had a 25% discount. I believe that one expires today, so if you're lucky, you might be able to use that discount code again. If that one doesn't work, we have a 50% discount code for today only, and that is launch. So for this webinar, this live stream that we're doing right now, we're celebrating the launch of RLZ exclusive, so you can use the code launch. You can check the description of this video. Before you try the launch code, try early code to see if that one works. That will give you a 25% discount instead of the 15%. We are limiting this this membership to only, at least at start, 20 members, and I do think we're coming very close to 20 members at this point. So I'm gonna probably close the door at the end of this week, because I want to make sure that the people that actually come into the community, they're serious about trading, they're serious about education, because I'm very serious about education. I'm very serious about helping you become profitable. Not only profitable, I want to change your life. I really do. I want to give you the opportunity to get a funded account, scale that funded account, or have funded account at different firms. So you're at the level where you're able to make a living trading with only, somewhere between 1% and 5% profit each month, maybe even, 1 or 2% profit each month. Hopefully that will give you, push you into that direction of, trading full time. And that's what I want to do here. I really want to try to impact as many people as possible and really change your life for the better. And that's why I decided to launch this program for a more streamlined process for that. So what were I talking about? I was going to do something, but then I was going to break down this trade. Okay, so this trade right here, let's take a look using the replay function right here. So this is when, I woke up in the morning, I had this 4-hour candle closing here. Yesterday when doing my trade journal, review, I saw that price were trading down here. We had basically price were trading down here. And I said, all right, I want to go long. If we have a bounce at this level, if we have confirmation of price wanting to go higher, and that to me in this case would be a 4-hour bullish engulfing candle. If we get that, then I'm going to be entering on the close of that 4-hour bullish engulfing candle with stops at the high right here. And then I'm going to have a wider stop loss down here. And that is exactly what we got at the close of the 4-hour candle this morning. So I woke up around 6:30, looked at the chart at around 7:30. I believe I entered this trade right here, and we're well on our way to hit that TP right now. At the close of this 4-hour candle, if we have not hit that TP yet, I think we're gonna hit it. I'm probably gonna move my stops to entry, because there's no point in me, giving back all the profits and not. Actually, we're so close to that TP right now. Hopefully we can have that TP hitting on live here. That would be really cool. And of course, if you do have any questions on anything that we are going through here today, please let me know. Right, so let's take a look at the Discord, and we'll talk a little bit about the actual RLZ exclusive. So what can you expect from RLZ exclusive? Well, you can expect personalized guidance and help from me directly. As you can see here, these are the channels in the Discord that are included in the RLZ exclusive membership. But the cool thing here is you will not only get access to the Discord and the paid private premium community in Discord, you will also get access to the RLZ slingshot indicator. That's the indicator that you see here in the background, giving us all these signals. I think it's actually very, very cool. A lot of the trades I do take here are actually because of me getting signals from the RLZ slingshot indicator. You won't see them all the time on the chart, but I do look at the signals all the time, and I do take a lot of trades based on those signals. You'll get access to the RLZ slingshot indicator. You will get access to all the signals. That's a great question, by the way. I'm gonna cover that question in just a minute. You will not only get access to the indicator, you will also get access to all the automated signals that you're seeing right here as well. And you'll get access to these private webinars. Now, this one today is public on YouTube, just to give you guys an introduction to what this is all about. I'll have 3 live streams every week like this one. Today is at 10 a.m. in the morning, my time. On Wednesday, it's going to be 11 a.m. And then on Thursday, I'm going to do one later at around 2 or 3 p.m. my time. So I'm trying to accommodate for everyone's time zones here. And I'm probably going to take, do one later at, 7 in the evening as well some weeks, to make sure that everyone is able to join the live stream and ask questions directly. If you're not able to join these live streams directly, we do have a channel here called Questions and Answers. This one channel right here I've opened just specifically for you guys to ask questions to me, and I'm gonna then bring up all these questions and go through them in a very detailed manner during these live streams. You will also get access to the RLZ Method Trading System course. That's a course with over 40 segments and 40 videos. I believe it's over 12 hours of content, and it's giving you a complete breakdown of the RLZ Method trend following system, and it's a really, really good foundation for trading any system. You will also get access to all future content and courses. So I'm currently working on a new course for the more stripped down version, where I also found this is a trade based on that, right? We just hit TP. Nice, look at that. Congrats to everyone who followed this trade. We've just hit TP, and on my funded account I made $600 on that one. Easy money, easy money. So what do I do when what happened with TradingView? Oh, right there. So let me just update that one. Okay, so what I do is I go into Discord. Got the setups right here. Let me just do a reply. NCD CAD update. TP hit, and then we'll do a little fire emoji. We'll do an ambulance as well, because that's, you know, that's not doing that. Let's do a muscle, because we're strong in this community. We're hot and we're strong. All right, TP1 hit on, well, TP hit on NZD CAD, right? And then, of course, in the trade setups on the RLZ exclusive. So the thing is here with the RLZ exclusive is all my trade setups, every single trade setups are going to be delivered to the RLZ exclusive members. I'm going to do about one, maybe two setups a week for a free setup as well, just to show you guys in the free community how I trade and how I break down the setups as well. So here we have the chat, the general chat for the members in the RLZ exclusive. We got the trade setups right here, and then we have market analysis. Here I share all my weekly trade plans and everything that I just general thoughts on the market. Here's all the live streams for the week. As you can see, 3 live streams each week, and I will post them here. This is the channel that you want to be paying attention to every day on a daily basis. Maybe not every day, but on a daily basis, and sometimes even multiple times a week. I will be posting videos, educational videos right here. Yesterday I posted a 20-minute long video where I did my complete weekly trade planning, and as soon as I see something of interest or something that I want to show you guys, you know, break down a setup or whatever, I'm going to post it in this channel. This is the channel that you really want to pay attention to. There's a lot of value in this channel right here. So that's, you know, the overall idea here for the RLZ exclusive. Okay, so these weekly live streams will be designed in a way where I basically give you guys my outlooks on the week and give you my plans for the week ahead, and I will show you some of those plans right now. NZD CAD was one of those plans, and we just hit TP on that one. Absolutely fantastic. We got Euro CAD. So here's an idea I had, right? I wanted to see a move down, hit that level, and then a move higher. The thing is, obviously right now, this trade, I would say, is already gone. The entry would have happened down here, so the trade is already gone. So we're going to remove that one, but now we'll see, is there any other possible trade here? Oh, that's a big fat gap up. Did you see that? Look at Euro CAD here. That's a massive gap up right there. Not sure why, but that is a big gap up. This is why I don't want to, a lot of times you don't want to hold trades over the weekend, because that could have been a very expensive gap. I'll talk about that in a later live stream, the dangers of gap. But what am I seeing right now? What am I seeing right now? You know what? Let me answer this question first. We have a question right here in YouTube. Will you leg out of the trade TP1, TP2, TP3? So basically what you're asking for NZD CAD is, will I take partial profits? And the answer is no. At this point, I only use one TP, one stop loss, one TP, either one gets hit. I'm using a 0.5R negative risk reward strategy right here, and it's working really, really well since I did that. So the thing is, I want to take full profits at the FTA, because I know that there's a very high probability of price coming up and testing the FTA, and the FTA is the first trouble area. For those of you who have seen Trader Dante's content, you know exactly what an FTA is. In this case right here, it's just the area where I do believe that price might run into resistance. You know, I'm on long and I'm looking for resistance, and that's the very first resistance right here. So that's where I'm taking full profits at that point. I do not average out. Now, however, if you do want to average out, you just do the same thing. You think about FTA, you think about the first trouble area, the second trouble area, and then you just take profits at those levels. So where would the second trouble area be? Well, I think maybe here, and then maybe you have one here. So you know, could be you know, TP1, TP2, TP3. But that's not the way I want to be trading this, because I've seen that taking profits earlier and not letting your winners run, a lot of times it's actually more profitable than having more profit targets. Right. So this was one of the plans, right? We go to the daily. You know, I'm thinking maybe a retest of this level might be a good idea. And the thing is, yeah, I don't really know. Now that we have that breakout candle on the 4 hour, obviously that's a very strong breakout candle right there. And we might see a move down here for a possible retest of that level. Let's see if it aligns on the daily as well. I'm not really sure about this one, but if we come down here and we see a bounce at this level, maybe if we have a rounded retest, it kind of makes sense for a possible trade. But it's not like I want to go long on these levels right here, where it's like it's confluent with a breakout level on the 4 hour, and it's also confluent on the daily time frames. This level right here, I'm not really seeing any clear levels on the daily. I mean, if we move it down like this, maybe, but I don't like the fact that I have to kind of like have to force it, right? So this one is actually no longer a priority. I'm just going to add an alert right here, and then I'll move that down to the interesting list, which means I now only have 3 possible trades this week that is of high quality. Okay, so Euro NCD. I'm looking for a possible long right here. I mean short, sorry. Why am I looking for a short here? Well, because I've added my key levels right here, as you can see. This is a daily resistance zone. It's quite clear. Daily resistance. We can look at the weekly as well. Sometimes I'll look at the weekly, but I try to stick with the daily as much as possible. But you see here that it's basically it's in a overall range here on the weekly. Comes up, hits resistance after a break lower. And now on the daily, it's using that level as resistance. Looking at the 4 hour, we have a clear structure here, a clear consolidation at resistance. So what I'm looking at is basically, I'm looking at a break and retest of this low right here. If price can come down here, break that level, I would then short the retest like that. I would probably enter around this area, stops all the way above the level, and TP at 0.53R, which is also confluent with these lows right here. That's going to be the trade on Euro NCD. I have an alert right below that level right there. I'm going to send that, and I'm going to put it right below here. So I have an alert right there. I also have an alert above here in case we break out, because then I could perhaps look at a break and retest of this level. But the whole idea here is to look for high time frame key levels that are visible on the daily, clear levels on the daily, and then I'm going to be trading. I'm going to be entering the trades based on the 4 hour candle closes at that key level. So I'm looking at the daily and the 4 hour. I'm not looking at any time frames lower than the 4 hour. I do, however, look at the weekly sometimes, because I don't know, I just like looking at the weekly, but you don't have to do that. So the daily and the 4 hour, those are the only time frames I look at when trading this system. What else do we have? NCD, CHF. Okay, why do I want to long this? I think it should be quite obvious to most people. We have right here, we have a break above, a retest of the breakout level, and now I'm looking for a long to take this higher. Very simple. What does this look like on the daily? Well, on the daily, we have a key level right here. I do think that it looks quite obvious on the daily. We have, coming down, obviously down here, we have a nice outside bar, bullish engulfing, almost like a pin bar, nice wick on that one, engulfing the previous candle, looks strong, and then we have a breakout and coming down to that breakout level. So what does this look like on the 4 hour? Now, I said I don't go lower than the 4 hour, but I'm going to go down to the 1 hour just to show you that this type of pattern on the 4 hour would also be a range and a break and retest of range lows on the 1 hour. So, and one of the reasons why I don't have to go lower than the 4 hour, because I know this. I know what the 1 hour looks like most likely when we get that pattern on the 4 hour. So on the 1 hour, we have this similar pattern where we have this range. So what am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for price to get out of this consolidation. So we have a break, a retest, consolidates as support, I mean, and I want to see something like this. That break and retest, I want to be a 4 hour bullish engulfing candle. So imagine if this current candle that is closing in 30 minutes, it's probably not going to close like that. But if it closes up here, yeah, that's going to be a trade. Preferably, I want this candle to close here, and then the next 4-hour candle opens maybe here, and then closes up here. Beautiful, perfect. If that happens, I want to enter around this area. Stops. Let's see, if I TP here, where can I have my stops? That makes sense. Yeah, I think this might actually work quite well, because I'm looking at my TP. I'm just looking at that level right there. This daily level right here. That might be the FTA, but I think that level is, if you run this through here, you see that I think that's actually going to be the FTA, and I view that as sort of a fake out. So I want to get out of that position around here, maybe enter on the retest of the range highs. I'm looking for a wide stop loss, as wide as possible. The reason why I'm looking for a 0.50 the reason why I'm looking for a 0.53 R trade is because 0.03 R is the commissions that I pay with the fibers. One thing that I didn't mention is I want you guys to, like, those who have joined RLZ exclusive, I want you guys to get an evaluation account. Just to get the cheapest option. I have a 10% discount code within the Discord server for the fibers. You can go with them or any other firm. I don't really care. Obviously, I'm a bit biased with the fibers because I work for them, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what firm you go with, as long as you go with one of the bigger ones and the good ones. But the whole idea here is I want to help you through that evaluation, right? So I want to track you guys' process with the evaluation account, help you get funded, right? I can't do the work for you. It's going to be a lot of work for you, but I can't do the work for you. You have to be ready to work and be ready to really. And that's why I always say, like, the RLZ exclusive is not for everyone. It's not for beginners. It's for people who have been trading for a while, maybe traded for a year or two, and you feel like you get the hang of technical analysis, but you're like right on that edge of profitability. You're perhaps about to feel like you're so close to profitability. And because I've been there and I know exactly what it feels like, and this is a time where you really need to pay attention, where you really need to take trading and education seriously, right? If you're serious about this, then RLZ exclusive is for you. If you're not ready to put in the work, if you're not ready to really put in hours and hours and hours in backtesting and creating a system and looking at statistics and really, if you don't really love technical analysis and trading, then probably it's not for you. Because I really want to be honest with that. I really want to make sure that if you join RLZ exclusive, like, I don't want to hear stuff like, oh, I don't have time to journal. Well, yeah, okay, if you don't have time to journal, get out of the community. Seriously, like, if you don't have time to journal, trading is not for you, and I don't want to be wasting my time. I don't want to be wasting your time. But if you're serious about trading, I'm here to help you out, you know? So that's what we're looking at on NCD CHF. And then we got NCD USD, which obviously this was the idea right here. And as you can see, beautiful trade. Obviously did not work out because I woke up on that candle close right here, so I missed that one. But this is just a simple trade where the whole idea was just the same as the NCD CAD trade, just the fact that we got into the NCD CAD trade a little bit earlier. You can see on the daily right here, it's a key level right here. Had a strong bullish candle right here, bullish engulfing candle. Reclaim that to key level, and we'll look for a break and retest off that level. Absolutely perfect trade right here. But unfortunately, we missed because I'm waiting for confirmation. Okay, we got another question right here about the risk to reward ratio of the trades. Very good question. Very good question. As you guys might have seen, I actually use a negative risk to reward, which means my stop loss is wider or bigger than my TP. You can see right here, I'm only looking to make money on about 20 pips move, but my stop loss is 40 pips. So what does this mean? It means that I'm using a negative risk to reward, which is actually, for me, very profitable because the win rate is around 70%. through backtesting this, it's going to be 72%. My win rate is around 70%. However, when you look at my journal and you look at the trades that are according to plan, we have an 85% win rate. So if I remove all my mistakes, if I remove all my mental errors, then I'm going to have over 80% win rate, which then, of course, having many winners like that, having a negative risk to reward ratio is actually quite profitable. So yeah, it's actually, for this way of trading and the way I'm trading this, having a negative risk to reward is actually very profitable. So I do highly recommend that you check this out. And that's also something that we're going to do in these live trading sessions. We're going to be backtesting together. So I believe it's on perhaps on the Thursday live stream, I believe, we're going to do a live backtesting. And what I'm going to be backtesting there is this system right here. I'm going to go through, I'm going to take one pair. I'm going to go back just like this. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go back 1 year. Go back 1 year. And I'm going to hit the replay tool right there. And then we're going to remove all the levels, remove all the drawings. And then we're going to start backtesting one candle at a time. Okay, just one candle at a time. We'll mark out all the key levels and we'll trade based on these key levels. So you can see right here, for example, price comes down into a key level right here, and this is the point where we move into the 4 hour, and we'll look for bullish engulfing or a bullish break of structure on the 4 hour. You see price comes down, breaks out of that level. I'd say it's a pretty strong candle. We have can we get a higher low? All right, let's see. Can we get a higher low? That's a higher low. Can we break out of that level? That's a pretty good candle. Now, if we get another move higher, that's a nice one. We can go back to the daily. The good close on that daily candle. We have double bottoms here on the 4 hour. I would probably enter this trade here. Go long here, TP at the last local high. Stop loss below that low, 0.53R. What happens here? Straight up to TP. So these are the types of trades that we're going to be backtesting, and I'm going to be not only backtesting this live for you guys in the live streams, I'm also going to be adding all the trades into my backtesting template. We'll be tracking different things. Like, for example, I'm going to be tracking the idea of if there were a daily confirmation candle. So maybe this one right here, daily hammer, shooting star, pin bar, whatever, something like that. This to me would be like a daily confirmation candle, and I track every time I take a trade at a key level. Do we also have a daily confirmation candle at that key level? Then we're going to look at, can we create a system based on that? I'm also going to look at things like do we enter the trade based on a clean break and retest on a 4 hour, things like that. So we can actually in real time, I'll show you what the statistics of the system is, and we'll develop this system further and help you, show you how you can develop a system by yourself. Might be a little bit boring, going through all of this live, but it's super beneficial, super helpful to show you guys how to gather the statistics and how to actually test your system live. Those are really the things you need to understand if you want to become a consistently profitable trader and take this to the next level. You need to understand how to create your own system. Right, so I think that's it for the weekend plans. I got one trade hit TP, and on average I'm taking 2 trades a week. So I've already taken 1 trade. I'm gonna take it very easy. I don't care if I get another trade this week. One of the most important things, guys, and this is something I will talk a lot about, is So trading is difficult, okay? And trading is difficult for many different reasons. But I believe for most people, it's difficult because you don't really have a system, right? You are trading, like the way I'm trading here is somewhat discretionary. But I have very clear rules on what makes a trade, like key level, break and retest, things like that. I think a lot of people are too much discretionary. And I think it's super important that you create a system, okay? And that's what we're going to be doing here. Things like over trading, taking impulsive decisions, and things like that will become much more easier to deal with once you have a good structure and a system to trade. So that's what I want you guys to have, and I want to show you how I created my system and the process I used. So you can just replicate that and create something that fits your own personality and trading style. Every morning when I have my breakfast, I have a routine where I have a journal, right? And in that journal, I write today's date, and then I'll start writing about some of the things that are important to me and some of the things I should think about throughout the day. I write things that I need to get done. I write things that is important, and trading to me is very important. Trading is a big part of my life, so a lot of that journal is about trading. Every morning, almost every morning, I write, remember to only take the perfect trades, remember to be patient, remember that on average you only have 2 trades a week, and remember, you know, how I also remind myself of how it feels to be in the flow, how it feels to be in a good mental state of mind when trading. And these things are super important, because now looking at NCD CAD, I just had a winner right here, and I'm like, you know what, I'm feeling great. I'm just gonna jump straight into the next one, another winner, right? I'm just gonna get right into the next trade. But that's not how it works. You are not the one deciding when to take a trade. It's the market, it's price action that decides when it's time to take a trade. If the market decides that your system is only giving you 1 trade this week, then that's it. You're not supposed to be trading more. You cannot decide when it's time to trade. That is one of the single most important thing that I can tell you guys that you should be focused on with trading. First, learn technical analysis, develop a system, and then see how many trades that system gives you on average in backtesting, and then that's the number you should expect from that system. My risk per trade on my 160k account, I risk 0.75%, which is, if I'm gonna be honest, quite high. But the reason I have high risk is because recently I had my risk between 0.25 and 0.5%. But with this new system, I have a much higher win rate, and the drawdown is, you know, I think only recently, the first time in 4 months, I had 2 losers in a row. That's the first time in 4 months I've had 2 losers in a row, which, you know, the drawdown is almost non-existent with this system, so I can risk more. So with my 160k account with the fivers, I risk 0.75%. With my 100k bootcamp challenge, I risk 1.5% per trade, which is very high. Never risked that much before, but now have a much higher win rate. I have another account with Alpha Capital Group. That one I'm risking 1% per trade. And then I have another account with the fivers when I'm risking 2% per trade. So I have many different accounts with the different risk per trades. And then also on my personal account with Oanda, I risk 1% per trade. So you can see that it's a little bit different, but my most important account is the 160k account that I'm trying to scale. Plan is to scale that to 4 million. And I'm really taking care of that account. So that one is where my main risk, if you will, is, and that is 0.75% per trade. So what can we expect for this week? I think one major thing we have to understand is the news events this week. We have major news event. Why can I not see that? Well, let me that up because we do have some massive news events this week. Go here. Right, so we have tomorrow. Tomorrow we have CAD CPI, we have US core retail sales. We have on Wednesday, we have the FOMC, we have FOMC statement, the press conference, obviously major news events right here. And I think I might actually be doing I'm going to try to do a live stream on Wednesday at this point if I can. No, my son got football practice at that time, but I'll try to go live here on YouTube with the FOMC. And what I want to talk about in that live stream is I want to break down what is FOMC, why does it matter, and how can you trade it? Because I do actually have a system around trading the FOMC. And then, of course, on Thursday, we have major news events for a lot of different currencies, as well as unemployment claims for the US and the retail sales and Bank of Japan press conference. I mean, there's just a ton of news events this week. So I'm very happy that we had a winner right now, today on Monday. I can then, go into the next, the second part of the week here or the rest of the week with a little bit more calm. That I don't feel I need to trade, right? That's the beauty of getting a winner on a Monday. So going to be very careful, shaking the economic news calendar, making sure that I'm not opening any trades prior to a news event, and just taking it generally quite easy. I'm going to let these trades do whatever it wants to do. I have a couple of trades coming up here, potentially. NZD USD, obviously, that one is gone. So right now, only Euro NZD and NZD CHF. If these ones give me a trade, that's great. Then I have 2 or maybe 3 trades this week. If not, then it's just going to be one trade, just one winner, and that's cool, right? Now, I do struggle with overtrading. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not perfect. We're all humans, right? I do struggle with overtrading. I do struggle with trying to chase the market. So what I do is I try to relax. That's it. I try to relax. I try to be mindful of my emotions, basically mindfulness, right? And think about what I'm thinking. What am I doing? Like, why am I looking at anything else than my plans? Stop, take a moment, breathe, relax, take 5 minutes of quietness, just meditate or whatever. Just make sure that you're in the right state of mind. Super important. And the more systematic you have, the more systematic your trading is, the better you know your perfect setups, the easier it is to really go with the flow. That's it, guys. No, actually, I do have a couple of things that I want to bring up here. And we have right here, we have, let's see. I'm just going to see what I have coming up here. I got a very busy schedule this week, so I want to make sure that I don't have any super important after the live stream. Right, so we got about 15 minutes until my next meeting. Okay. Sir Cinnamon Buns, what an amazing name, is talking about this trade right here. So what I want to do is I want to break this down. This is a long signal on AUD. Oh no, this is on ADA Cardano. ADA USD T. So basically he says, looking for long trade once it breaks and retests. What I'm going to do here, I'm just going to break this down, see what this is posted on. Is this demo trading or is it now? Backtesting or now? Let's open up the chart. We also have slingshot indicator is on. Maybe putting that on here. Go with Binance. The 1 hour. I believe this was on Sunday, 8:30. Go back to Sunday. Why can I not go to today's? That's Sunday. I'm not sure. I'm not sure this is the actual time frame though. I think maybe the screen is a bit too small here. Maybe you can't see this. I'll have to copy this, bring it up here. Oh, maybe that's the one. Maybe that's the one. Take a look. Yeah, that's the trade right there. Okay, that's the signal as well. So up, down, up, down. Yeah. So take a look here. On the 1 hour, I would say that, I mean, this is definitely a good signal. This is definitely a good signal. If I would be trading this just on, you know, isolated on the 1 hour, I would TP up here. I would probably look at, I mean, what I'm going to be testing here going forward as well. I'm going to be back testing my, you know, the way I'm trading now, which is like that system. I mean, it needs to have a name because I'm going to make a course of it. So I think it's going to be like RLZ clean or something like that. You'll get access to that course as a member as well, of course, free of charge. It's included in the membership. But I'm going to be trying also the RLZ slingshot with a 0.5R TP. So, I mean, I think I can even TP up here. So I would enter on the retest of the 20 EMA right here. So I would say like you find a good signal, you find a very good trade right here, because as you can see, that is this 1 hour candle right here. It's a good breakout candle, and then we can add that level right there is the last high pre-break. So that's a very good naked level right there. And you see you retest that level perfectly, confident with the 50% fib, and then it's a good bullish candle to confirm. What I would do is I would put my limit buy orders on the retest of the 20 EMA. But before doing so, I also want to take a look at the 5-minute chart that you posted. On the 5-minute, you posted this. And you're looking for a break and retest of that 5-minute structure. And that's actually not a bad idea. Actually not a bad idea. So let's go into the 5-minute. And I guess that's what you're getting right here, right? Let's see. Yeah, that's exactly what you got, right? You had that structure on the 5-minute, and then you got the break and retest right here. So I think, yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. You know, that's absolutely beautiful. And then I'm looking for that break and retest once again, am I? I think I am. Because that candle closed at 9. And that's going to be here. So if you're trading the break and retest here based on the 5-minute, you're actually entering this trade before the 1 hour candle close, which I don't really recommend. But it depends on, you know, you have to stay consistent and you have to try that idea. You have to get statistics on that idea, and you have to stay consistent with whatever the way you're trading. But let's try this out. Would this have been a profitable trade? Now, it doesn't matter. The thing is, it doesn't matter if this individual trade is a profitable trade or not. What matters is, can you repeat this process over and over again and be profitable with that? I think if you look at the 1 hour, I think we can even TP here and then put our stops below the reload zone. That would also be a negative risk reward trade, but perhaps quite profitable. So we get filled right here. And okay, straight down to stop loss. So obviously, even though the entry here was good, I would say obviously this is a terrible development of that trade. But I would say you're actually quite on you're definitely on the right track here. I think this is definitely an interesting trade. An important thing you want to do is you want to look at the higher time frames as well, right? So you want to make sure that you're not going long at high time frame resistance. And that's pretty much what you're doing here. So if we combine this, you see that you're actually coming into a high time frame resistance area right here. I also see that you're using this this indicator here that gives you the horizontal level. So if you add that one, you want to make sure that you're not at high time frame. When is it? It's this one right here. Yeah, you want to make sure that you're not at resistance. And you know what? You're actually going long right when there's a major resistance level right here. You see the indicator added a blue level here. And you're actually going long right into high time frame resistance on with that indicator as well. So I say, yeah, you want to make sure that you're not trading against the high time frame trend or trading, you know, into a high time frame resistance area. That's super important. Then again, that's the way I like to look at it. That's the way I'm trading. You might want to try different things and have other results. Okay. What else? We have a question from Henry as well. Maybe not a question, but there was some discussion about we had a discussion about the fact that, Henry, you exited a trade earlier, then you went back into that trade with larger position size, and yeah, it didn't go well. I want to talk about this. Okay. You exited because you saw a rejection at low time frame support. I think this is a good exit. Okay, you did right. There's nothing wrong about this. So you shorted, right? So the green line is where you exited the first trade, and that's a great exit, okay? Because you saw a clear bounce at low time frame support. That's very good trade management right here. Either, you know, exit here or put stop loss somewhere around break even, because you can clearly see what happened here. And then you actually put in 3 short orders right here. I'm not sure if you put them on the way up, probably on the way down. So probably what happened here is you closed the trade for a profit, for a small profit. Great exit, by the way. Really good trade management. Excuse me. Very good trade management. And then you probably saw price get rejected at entry once again and then move down. And you're like, oh, fuck, I entered too early. I'm just going to get into this trade again because the trade is just, you know, still activated. And then you, yeah, that's your mistake, right? So what you need to do in that scenario is you exit the trade, and that's it. That the trade is gone. The trade, you've done your job. Your job is over. You take a step back. You think about what you've just done, and you made some profits. You could have made more, but that's not the point, right? And before entering these positions, I mean, you're probably stressed. Like, you probably have a feeling of stress, if you know, And you need to learn to identify that, because if you're going to be trading like this, you're basically trading discretionary. And if you're trading discretionary, you have to think about what you're actually thinking. You have to manage those emotions. So next time you're like you're feeling that stress, you're like, ah, shit, I shouldn't have closed this one. I need to enter more. You know, put a timer on 5 minutes. You know, just put a timer on 5 minutes. Walk away, and think about it. And then when the timer goes off, you go back and you're like, do I really want to do this? Like, do I really want to do this? And because mistakes like this, you can't do this. Like, it's if you want to be trading full time, if you want to be making money trading, you need to realize that these are the mistakes that will not, you know, they're not going to make you profitable. These are the mistakes that will keep you from achieving that dream of becoming profitable and having that funded account. So you have to look at this and say, you have to remind yourself of this every day. You have to maybe even print this out, you know, print it out, put it on the wall in your office and say, this is the shit that I'm not supposed to be doing. And if I do this again, then it's almost like you can look at your decisions in trading as voting for the person that you want to be. Okay, so every time you walk away from a trade setup because it's not perfect, you're voting on being disciplined, consistent, and profitable, and being professional. Every time you do something like this, you're putting a vote on being impulsive and not being profitable. So make sure that you're voting for the right person, okay? Make sure that the person that you really want to be is getting more votes than the other person. And you're voting with your actions here. So every time you make a good decision, you're creating the type of person that you want to be. And every time you're making a decision like this one, you're creating the person that you do not want to be. So you want to make sure that you not only trade in a certain way, but you also think and act, and you want to make sure that you become consistent. And I want you to tell yourself that yeah, cover your whole room with those screenshots. Now I want you to tell yourself that you're profitable. I want you to be able to tell yourself that I'm consistent. Maybe I'm not profitable today, but I'm soon going to be profitable. Maybe I'm not profitable today, but at least I'm consistent. At least I'm disciplined. At least I'm acting like a professional. You have to view yourself from that perspective. If you can't view yourself as, you know, the type of trader you want to be, no one else gonna do it for you. And without the proper attitudes, you're not going to be able to get to the point where you want to be. Okay, guys, that's the live stream for today, and we got a lot more going on throughout this week. It looks like it might be a pretty slow week in terms of trades. We do have a lot of news events though, but because of it being quite slow, I'm going to be working more on my education, which means backtesting and statistics gathering. So if I do have a backtesting session, I'll probably jump into a impromptu live stream with you guys for that backtesting session as well. So thank you all for joining, and yeah, that's it. Take care, and we'll see you guys on the next live stream on Wednesday. That's it. All right, take care, guys. Thanks for joining.